Hello, it's Storybox time. Shall we see what's in the story box today? Let's open the lid and oh, I've got some blue stuff, more blue and some more. And my goodness, it keeps going and going and going. So much blue. Shall we see what this story is about? Can you remember last time we talked about Joshua, how he was now God's leader and he was going to lead God's people out of the desert. Just like Moses led God's people out of slavery, now Joshua was going to lead God's people out of the desert so they could live in their own land at last. So God had a plan, and this was the plan. Joshua was to lead God's people to the river Jordan. The Jordan is a big, big river. It is so wide and so long and so deep. How were the people going to cross? There were no bridges going over it. There was no tunnel going under it. And there were thousands of people, including animals and children and babies. How could Joshua get all these people to cross the River Jordan? Well, as I said, God had a plan. He said to Joshua, I want you to take my treasured box with you. My box which contains the 10 Commandments and the manna that you ate in the desert. I want you to ask the priests to carry the box into the river. And as soon as their feet touch the water, the river will stop flowing. That's what they did. The priests got the box and off they went, and they went up to the river, and as soon as they put their feet in the water and they started to get wet, God stopped the water flowing and it all bunched up a long way away. And the priests were able to stand in the middle of the water. And then all the people, with Joshua leading them, went right across on dry land until they came to the new country. The water stayed where it was until the priests had finished. And then when the priests walked out, the water started to flow again and went back where it was before. But before that happened, first of all, the priests were told to get some stones, 12 stones, one for every tribe, and to carry the stones out of the bottom of the river and to put and build them into a pile of stones to remind them forevermore that God had helped his people cross a big, wide, deep and fast-flowing river. Wow, that is the story of God's people crossing into their new land. And God did something impossible for them. He helped them to cross a wide river, and then he gave them something to remember, his answer to prayer. Now, when you have something hard to do, as we all have hard things to do sometimes, maybe it will feel just as hard as a big, fast-flowing river that you can't get over. But God will help you just as he helped Joshua and all the people to cross. And when that happens, maybe you can take something like a little stone or a pebble or something to remind you of how God has helped you and answered your prayer. Shall we ask him to help you with whatever things you've got to do today or this week, even if they feel a bit hard? Let us pray. Heavenly Father, you helped Joshua and all the people to cross a big, deep river by stopping the water. Please stop the things that make it hard for us to do what we have to do this week. And please, when you answer our prayers, give us something to remember so we know that you are our God and you are a God that answers prayer. Amen. Well, goodbye. I'll see you next week. Bye.